So if you want to know what's ahead in housing, I highly recommend you watch Fed Chair Powell's speech at the Jackson Hole Symposium, and you can watch it in full. But what we're going to do is we're going to go through some important clips here of his speech at the symposium and explain to you what they meant.
Below trend growth.
Point number one that Fed Chair Powell is saying is the number one goal is to bring inflation down. Reducing inflation is Fed Chair Powell's goal. That is his number one goal. And what he's saying is it's likely to bring a sustained period of below trend growth. That is simply a phrase that means we're gonna slow the economy down intentionally. And when you slow the economy down intentionally, housing is affected.
Below trend growth.
That is code for lower economic conditions. That means housing is affected mostly. And that is what we're seeing now. Below trend growth is the effects of quantitative tightening, which Fed Chair Powell began several months ago, and it immediately affected housing. Many people saw it in the form of rates rising. He first began with 50-point rate increases. Fed Chair Powell is saying is that in order to reduce inflation, we have to bring growth down. Point number two.
Moreover, there will very likely be some softening of labor market conditions.
Fed Chair Powell says there will be some, quote, softening of labor market conditions. That is code for job losses. Mr. Powell is saying there's going to be some job losses likely. Currently, we have some record low unemployment numbers, and he wants to see these numbers change. He wants higher unemployment. The job market's going to be softening, and we know from watching our videos here that one of the principles or things that affects the housing market, job stability. Fed Chair Powell is saying job stability is going to be affected. So three things affect the real estate market: interest rates, okay, inventory, and job stability. And right there, Fed Chair Powell said job stability will be affected.
While higher interest rates, slower growth, and softer labor market conditions.
He did say higher. He just hit two of the three things that affect real estate markets. Higher interest rates was the first one you mentioned. Slower market growth. And the third one that is job stability, and he said softer job market. Two of the three things that affect the real estate market, Fed Chair Powell just said, in order to lower inflation, the Fed needs to needs to raise rates, and they need to soften the job market. And those are two major things that affect the real estate market. So get ready for an affected real estate market.
This will bring down inflation. They will also bring some pain to households and businesses. These are the unfortunate costs of reducing inflation. But a failure to restore price stability would mean far greater pain.
In order to bring down inflation, Fed Chair Powell is saying they have to raise rates. They have to do things that are going to soften the job market. It's going to soften the economy. And he said, quote, it's going to bring some pain to American households and businesses. And I'm going to add a third one. It's going to bring pain to the housing market. It's very clear. I highly recommend watching Fed Chair Powell's speech at the Jackson Hole Symposium, and you can see the full, 10, 15 minute or so speech, which is very short for him. He's very direct. All right, put your questions below, and thanks for watching.